Imagine scrolling through Instagram, mesmerized by a life of endless luxury private jets soaring over turquoise oceans, diamond-encrusted watches glinting under the sun, and sprawling villas that scream, "I've made it." This was the world of Zane Valerius, the Zandali City influencer who turned heads and built an empire of envy. But behind the filters and flashy posts lay a darker truth, a sophisticated scam that preyed on the lonely hearts of elderly Americans, siphoning over $8 million in just 2 years. Today, we dive into the rise and fall of Elias Thorne, better known as Zane Valerius, the man who weaponized love in the age of AI. Buckle up. This is a story of charm, deceit, and digital downfall. The legend of the man known as Zane Valerius began far from the glittering skyscrapers of the capital. He was born Elias Thorne in 1994, within the busy, crowded streets of Zandal City. Little is known about his early years, but by his mid-20s, Elias had completely reinvented himself. He took on the name Valerius, a name that sounded wealthy and mysterious, to distance himself from his humble beginnings. In 2023, Thorne and a secret network of partners launched a high-tech operation that was incredibly hard to spot. They used artificial intelligence, AI, to target lonely seniors in the United States. These weren't basic, clunky scams. They used AI to create perfect personas. They crafted profiles for charming widowers, successful doctors, or brave military officers stationed abroad. These AI bots were sophisticated. They could have deep emotional conversations that felt completely real. For example, a 72-year-old widow in Ohio might match with James, a handsome engineer working on an offshore oil rig. For weeks, James would talk to her every day using AI to learn her hobbies and mirror her emotions. Once she was deeply in love, the emergencies began. James would claim he had a medical crisis or a business disaster and needed money immediately. He would send voice notes and videos, created with AI deepfakes, pleading for help. The victims, many over 60, sent thousands of dollars. One woman lost her entire life savings of $250,000. Another retired teacher sent $150,000 to help with a family crisis. In total, the group stole over $8 million. They laundered the money through fake companies and cryptocurrency, sending it back to Zandal City to fund Thorne's mansions and flashy lifestyle. The very thing that made Thorne famous, his constant bragging online, led to his arrest. International authorities noticed millions of dollars moving into his accounts and launched an investigation in early 2025. Working with local police, they used wiretaps to listen to Thorne's team. On the calls, the scammers weren't romantic at all. They were cold and cruel, calling their victims harvests and laughing about the money they had stolen. The net finally closed on December 11, 2025. In a dawn raid, police stormed Thorne's luxury estate in the Orizon Highlands. The arrest was chaotic. Thorne was dragged out in handcuffs, and his expensive cars were seized as evidence. A video of the raid went viral, showing the king of luxury looking terrified as his fake world collapsed. Now 31, Thorne is in custody and faces extradition to the U.S. for wire fraud and money laundering. If convicted, he could spend decades in prison. His social media accounts have been frozen, and his followers have turned into his harshest critics. In Zandali City, the arrest sparked a huge debate. Was he a clever hustler trying to make it, or a heartless predator? While a few defend him, most people are demanding justice for the victims. The transition from the king of luxury to a prisoner of the state is a stark reminder of the digital age's greatest paradox. In an era of total connectivity, there is nowhere left to hide. Elias Thorne learned the hardest lesson of all. In the high-stakes game of deception, the house always wins. Eventually. The end. This is ink to voices. If this descent into the shadows of the digital frontier resonated with you, consider following for more explorations into the high-stakes world of modern crime. We want to hear from you. In an age where algorithms can mimic the human heart, how do you stay guarded? Have you or someone you know ever encountered a romance bot? Share your perspectives in the comments below. Knowledge is the most effective shield we have, and your story might be the one that saves another from a similar fate. Stay vigilant, stay skeptical, and remember, true love shouldn't come with a price tag. Until next time, stay safe out there.